They siding for no fire escape, the furnace, the plugs in the wall, hanging out outside. This place is a disaster, and we're forced to live here.
And with dangerous cold temperatures headed our way, a couple in Lower Price Hill has to resort to dangerous heat sources in their efforts to stay warm. They say they haven't had heat in the apartment since they moved in back in October.
And as tough as the winter has been already, it's about to get a lot colder inside and out. So they called Local 12's Rich Jaffe to try and turn up the heat on the landlord. Rich joins us now from Considine Avenue with a story that you will see only on Local 12. Rich?
Brad, this building at 818 Considine has been written up many times by inspectors from the city of Cincinnati. They were out here again as recently as February 2nd, at which point they wrote a number of violations up here and gave the landlord 30 days to get things fixed, including to get the heat back on. But it might be kind of tough for the owner of this building, Louis Peterson, to get too concerned about the fact that it's cold here. He lives in Hawaii.
This is how we keep everything going. A heater for my aquarium, a heater in here. We rotate that little heater right there on top of my aquarium into the bathroom so we can get a bath and everything. I mean, it's just totally unreal.
City code says when it's 0 outside, you have to get 70 degrees 3 feet up in the middle of a room. When I checked the walls in the living room here, they were 53 degrees. Paying $550 a month in rent, Robert Sanders says he and his husband have been without a furnace all winter.
I'm wearing 4 pair of long johns, top and bottoms, just to keep warm while we're sitting in our house. I got to keep my oven going 24 hours a day. Board of Health told me that I should not keep that oven going because it could actually kill us.
Here's something else that's dangerous. Besides the front door, the only other door for the apartment is this one, into the kitchen.
Here's the door. He's got it all boarded up. You can see where it's starting to crack. The Board of Health gave him 30 days to have this door open. You know what he told him? The outside lock is about that big master lock. He doesn't have the key, so deal with it.
And the oven's sitting there at over 500 degrees.
What happens to you if that stove catches fire?
We're going to die. We're going to die if we can't make it to the front door on time.
City inspectors were here February 2nd and wrote up the owner for multiple violations, including electrical problems, this hole in the closet ceiling, the lack of heat, no fire escape for the second floor, and a variety of other things. When I called the owner, Louis Peterson, at his home in Hawaii, he promised to get right on it. And we're happy to report he did, at least when it comes to the heat. About 2 o'clock this afternoon, I got a call from a heating and cooling guy. He said he worked for a company called T-Asia Air. He said that Louis Peterson, the owner, had called him from Hawaii and told him to get right over here and get to work on this place. Turns out that there was a bad transformer and some shorting wires in that furnace. And the real test for all of this, Robert and Michael, it's right here with me now.
It's nice and warm, no blankets, no electric heaters, and no oven. We are warm finally after December 21st.
Were you surprised to get back and find it like this?
Yes, I was, sir.
We thank you very much. Without you, it would have never happened because he told us it was our problem to deal with it.
Well, we were happy to help, happy it was a simple fix, and we will see what happens with the rest of those building code violations when Mr. Peterson gets those, I'm guessing, through the mail, and maybe the rest of those things will get fixed up as well.
Hopefully.
Well, stay warm. It's going to be a cold weekend.
Thank you. Tell Tammy I said hello.
I will. Will do.
All right, guys.
Stay warm. In East Price Hill, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News. Brett?
We'll pass on the hi to Cammie as well. Rich, nice job. It is important to point out things like exposed electrical boxes and outlets, they're generally an issue for the fire department. Holes in ceilings and floors, that's something for a building inspector. But lack of heat, routinely an issue for your local health department. If you don't have heat, call the health department.